Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a review of the NP01s by Vaxee, and my thoughts and opinions based around this mouse. This mouse was sent out by Vaxee, but that does not at all affect my opinion of this mouse or this review. So let's get started.
Nice try, 2 times, how you miss like this? It's low tide, cut ties, threads all on my wrist. I'm tricked up, no fun, catch sweat in my fist. Pick it up, got the 20 with that lifestyle. Couple bucks in my pocket, make it worthwhile. Any of all my chips, yeah, guess we got one thing through. Looking back on the timeline, been here for a while, it's the question.
The shape is one of the more unique things I've touched this year. It is a ergo shape, but the way it's done is completely different. As you can see here, the hump profile comes out to the side, it just belches out, but it's also a flat back hump oriented style mouse. So it's kind of like a claw grip mouse. And when I'm using the mouse, I definitely feel that. I definitely feel like I'm forced into this kind of claw grip. And with my specific grip style, which is a very far back extended fingertip, when it comes to comparing it to other ergo shapes, there's nothing I can think of that I currently own that even comes close to how unique the NP01s shape is. When I first got it, it reminded me of the Thorn with the side profile of the mouse. But after a bit of use, I kind of realized how different these two mice were. The side profile is like, it's out there, but because of the hump of the mouse being so far back and it being as flat as it is, it feels so much like out there than it really is compared to something like the Thorn, where because the height of the Thorn is so tall and the hump's dead in the center, it doesn't feel like you're kind of locked into this claw grip that the NP01s is putting you into. Next, I want to go into the clicks, the scroll wheel, and all that stuff. The clicks feel really well tensioned. There is a little bit of pre-travel and post-travel on my unit, but I didn't find that being an issue in game. They are marketed as light clicks. They are light. They are on the heavier end of light clicks, but they're definitely more spammable than other clicks that I've tried. They're nowhere near as tactile as like GM 4.0s or GM 2.0s. They're really stiff, heavy clicks. So they're very nice to use in game, especially in games like Valorant where you're using probably like pistol round. You're using pistols and you're click, 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 click. I never felt that issue, or I never felt hindered by these clicks being very stiff. They feel very nice and spammable. The scroll wheel is pretty notchy. I didn't find this being an issue at all for me personally. I really like notchy scroll wheels. It wasn't too light. Like the Final Mouse scroll wheel is way too light, where if I look at it wrong, it just activates. It's insane how light the Final Mouse scroll wheel is. And it's nowhere near as notchy as like the Zowie scroll wheel or a brand new Viper Mini SE scroll wheel, where it's super stiff and it has to loosen up a bit. The side buttons on my unit are okay. Again, there is a little bit of pre and a little bit of post travel. The front side button feels very well tensioned, while the back side button feels like there's a little bit of pre, like I'm talking about like 0.01 millimeters. Like this is barely negligible. I don't use side buttons while gaming, so I never really found these to be an issue while like browsing. And in gaming, they are light enough where you wouldn't have an issue. Like, let's say you're building in Fortnite, which is the only thing I can think of using side buttons for this, because I don't use them in video games. I didn't find them being a hindrance at all in any task that I needed side buttons in. Next, I just want to talk about the software or lack thereof. This mouse does not come with any software. It comes with 3 buttons on the bottom and then a bunch of options you could do while holding the buttons. So you have your DPI, your polling rate, and then your click latency. So they also have this thing called competitive mode, which also gives your mouse wired latency, if that makes any sense. So pretty much it makes the mouse feel like it's a wired mouse, makes the inputs a lot more responsive, makes latency lower. And it's kind of insane how it works. When I was using it, I felt it was amazing. The latency between me and having the dongle right in front of it felt pretty much like I had it plugged in. And I played with the mouse plugged in a lot, only because I lost the dongle for about a week. So I used it plugged in, then I used it wireless, and it felt identical. It was actually insane how good their competitive mode is. And finally, should you buy this mouse? This is a very, very, very niche shape. It's on the smaller side and it's meant for claw grip. It's meant for more of like a relaxed, it's meant for more a relaxed or a aggressive claw depending on your grip style. For me, I use, like I said, an extended like hybrid. So the way I place my hand is the grip. My thumb goes behind the back buttons, and then I play at the edge of all the clicks. So I get the max amount of heaviness when I'm using the mouse click. And because I much prefer a heavier click, so on switches like these that are on the lighter side, I would much rather have a heavier click, which is why I always play on the back of the button instead of the front. But if you are playing this aggressive claw or this relaxed claw, depending on your hands, I'd say 17 by 10 and under, relaxed claw, this would be a great mouse. And I would say 18 by 10 and up, aggressive claw, this would be great. But if you're looking at this at probably like 20 by 11 or 21 by 11, the mouse is on the smaller side. I wouldn't recommend getting it if you do have smaller hands playing this aggressive claw, because you will feel cramping up. It's really not meant for large hands. Again, it's on the smaller side, and I believe their NP01 is coming out wireless really soon. But yeah, no, that should be it. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Like if you did, subscribe if you want to see more. I do like the NP01s for that claw grip style, but it just unfortunately doesn't work for me with my personal grip style, as this side bulge just isn't really fun to play around with my specific grip. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like if you did, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.